Have you ever wondered about the mysterious world of hacking and the individuals who dare to challenge the seemingly impenetrable? Today, we're diving into the story of Jonathan James, a 16-year-old who shocked the world by hacking into NASA's network. But this isn't just a tale of cybercrime, it's a complex story of brilliance, defiance, and a tragic ending that leaves us with important questions about society and the pressure on young minds. Born in Miami, Florida, Jonathan James displayed a fascination with technology from a young age. He tinkered with electronics, devoured computer manuals, and even built his own computer by piecing together parts. His curiosity wasn't limited to hardware. He also delved into the world of software, learning programming languages with impressive speed. James' formal education wasn't a perfect fit for his unique talents. He found regular classes uninspiring and often skipped school to explore the digital world. However, his self-directed learning fueled his hacking skills. He joined online communities, downloaded resources, and practiced his craft, immersing himself in the technical intricacies of cyberspace. While some might associate hacking with malicious intent, James's early hacking exploits seemed more driven by curiosity and a desire to understand complex systems. He explored vulnerabilities in local networks, often patching them up as he went. This early ethical hacking foreshadowed his later internal conflict between exploration and ethical boundaries. Despite his unconventional learning path, James's exceptional abilities didn't go unnoticed. A local computer security expert, Richard Forno, recognized his talent and offered him guidance. Forno introduced James to ethical hacking competitions, providing a platform for his skills and encouraging him to use them responsibly. However, James's brilliance was intertwined with personal struggles. He faced social isolation and felt misunderstood by his peers and teachers. This alienation, coupled with the thrill of his hacking exploits, pushed him towards darker territory, setting the stage for the events that could change his life forever. In 1999, at the peak of his teenage angst and fueled by curiosity, James set his sights on a seemingly impossible target: NASA. His hacking skills had grown sophisticated, and he meticulously planned his infiltration. He exploited vulnerabilities in NASA systems, using a combination of social engineering and technical prowess to bypass security measures. While James claimed his motives were solely driven by a desire to challenge his skills and expose vulnerabilities, the full extent of his intentions remains shrouded in mystery. He downloaded sensitive data, including source code for the International Space Station, raising concerns about potential malicious intent. The breach wasn't just a single point of entry. James managed to access multiple NASA centers, including the Marshall Space Flight Center and the Langley Research Center. He downloaded sensitive files related to various projects, including classified information about the Space Shuttle program. The NASA breach was a wake-up call for the entire nation. It exposed critical vulnerabilities in America's defense systems and highlighted the increasing sophistication of cyber threats. NASA scrambled to patch the security holes and reassess its cybersecurity measures. The incident also sparked national conversations about cybersecurity awareness and the need for stronger protections in the digital age. With stolen data and a trail of digital footprints, investigators raced to identify the culprit. The FBI, aided by NASA's security team, tracked James down using his online aliases and internet activity. The young hacker's digital prowess, initially used to explore, now ironically led to his capture. James' age and his claim of non-malicious intent didn't shield him from legal repercussions. He became the first minor convicted of cybercrime under the Espionage Act, facing a harsh sentence that reflected the seriousness of the breach and the national security concerns it raised. Jonathan James' case became a landmark in cybercrime law. As the first minor convicted under the Espionage Act of hacking, His situation sparked heated debates. While some argued for leniency due to his age and claimed lack of malicious intent, others emphasized the severity of the breach and the sensitive data accessed. Despite his age, James received a hefty sentence: 6 months in prison, probation until he turned 18, and a significant fine. This punishment, intended to deter future cybercrime, was seen by some as excessively harsh for a teenager, especially considering the lack of proven malicious intent. The legal repercussions, however, were just the beginning. James faced intense public scrutiny and media attention, further isolating him and amplifying his existing social anxiety. This negative attention, coupled with the pressure of probation and restrictions on his computer use, significantly impacted his mental health. James' educational and professional aspirations were derailed. The criminal record and probation restrictions severely limited his options, making it difficult to find employment or even continue his education in technology-related fields. This further fueled his frustration and sense of isolation. James's case also triggered discussions about the justice system's treatment of young offenders, particularly those involved in cybercrime. Questions arose about the balance between punishment, rehabilitation, and understanding the unique challenges faced by gifted individuals struggling with social integration. The legal precedent set by James's case has had lasting implications for cybercrime prosecution, particularly involving minors. While some criticized the severity of his sentence, it undeniably played a role in raising awareness about cybersecurity vulnerabilities and emphasizing the need for robust digital security measures. Jonathan James was more than just a hacker. He was a young man grappling with complex internal struggles, social isolation, mental health challenges, and a disconnect from his peers. These issues, unfortunately, intertwined with his exceptional talent, ultimately contributing to his tragic path. Even before the NASA breach, James exhibited signs of social awkwardness and difficulty fitting in. He felt misunderstood by both classmates and teachers, often finding solace in the online world where his technical skills were appreciated. This social isolation likely fueled his desire for exploration and pushed him towards increasingly daring hacking exploits. James reportedly struggled with depression and anxiety. These conditions, often exacerbated by social isolation and lack of understanding, can significantly impact judgment and lead to risky behavior. While the full extent of his mental health challenges remains unknown, they undoubtedly played a role in his actions and the difficult path he walked. The legal system, focused on the severity of the breach, primarily viewed James through the lens of his actions. However, critics argue that the system failed to adequately address his underlying mental health struggles and the unique pressures he faced as a gifted teenager navigating a complex world. The story raises questions about how society can better support and guide gifted individuals, particularly those facing personal challenges. Could early intervention or access to mental health resources have altered his trajectory? This remains a crucial question we must consider to prevent similar tragedies. In May 2008, at the age of 25, Jonathan James tragically took his own life. This devastating event cast a long shadow over his already complex story, raising questions about societal pressures, mental health support, and the potential for a different outcome. James's death robbed the world of a unique talent and a potential future filled with positive contributions. His story, however, serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of recognizing the signs of distress, especially in individuals facing immense pressure and limited support. The exact reasons behind James's decision remain unclear. Did the ongoing legal ramifications, the social stigma, or his mental health struggles ultimately push him to this tragic end? While we may never have definitive answers, these questions urge us to examine the various factors that can contribute to such despair? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it. Thanks for watching.